All right, so this video, I'm here to discuss something that I've actually been thinking about and have been asked about, which is how is the Switch 2 for someone who's never played the Switch 1, or will it be worth the purchase for those who have not played the Switch 1? And I think I could uniquely speak upon this because I simultaneously played a ton of the Switch and experienced it pretty well, but also at the same time, I missed out on some pretty big key games that kind of defined, in some ways, the Switch era, and also got Switch 2 versions. And those versions are the first versions of the game I'm experiencing, those being some of those titles, Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey, and another one, Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, which is an iteration of another iteration, because it was Super Mario 3D World, and it was Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. Now it's getting a Switch edition. So, yeah, it's a lot. There are other games, too, I'm definitely going to forget. I never played Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. That's not true. I got almost halfway through Breath of the Wild on Switch 1, but I stopped because it's very time-consuming in a good way, but I was struggling with combat. It was just the 30 FPS and the performance issues were just getting to me. And I'm not usually like that with my RPGs, but Zelda relies a lot on timing and combat, so I put it down. Not because of that necessarily, but it was one of the contributing factors. And then once I heard about the Switch 2 edition, I realized I'm not playing this until I get that, or get my hands on that. So we'll start with Breath of the Wild. I got it when it came out with the Switch. First game I got. I think I got the Switch a little bit later, though. I didn't get it at launch, but I think I got it in 2017 or 2018, the latest. But one of the first games I picked up was that, and I think, actually now I'm timelining it. Whenever Smash Bros. Came out, I think I got it around the same time. I gotta remember, it's been too long. I got pretty into it in 2020 during COVID, and that's when I stopped. That's when I got actual ton of progress done. And I stopped because again, like I said, the combat. It was just the combat was it for me. I couldn't deal with it, and I was as a content creator for a live service game, that will be the show, and other games I was playing too at the time, it was a lot. So I just kind of put it down. Now I'm back into it, and I can say that after you let that immersion period, right, which I say is usually about like an hour, maybe a little less, when you break through that wall and you get sucked into the game, it is an absolute masterpiece. It could be a lot, but that's one of the appeals of it. I absolutely think that if you missed out on the Switch 1 entirely, or you just didn't play Breath of the Wild full through like me, definitively, this console, if you're a fan of Nintendo games and you love technology, that is worth it in itself, right? Breath of the Wild, like just taking on Guardians as an example, like was so much easier for me. I've had some moments where it's funny, I forget the controls or something like that, or I mess up, but you know, it's still fun. It's honestly, I felt privileged to play this game at this point. It's very cinematic. I think it's absolutely worth it. It's a movie at times. It's really, really good. I love the voice acting. It needs more of it, I think. I think Pokemon games are next. You need voice acting. It's weird now watching dialogue box. It's like, you know? Now, Tears of the Kingdom, hop onto that real quick. Again, no experience with this, but I am so thankful in a way that I didn't play that on the Switch 1, because I get to experience it in 60 FPS, HDR, 4K, although I only have a 1440p monitor, but that's not the point. I get to experience it in its greatest form, and if it's even just Breath of the Wild, but slightly better with newer stuff, that's more than enough for me. And I'm okay with that. And I'm excited about that. So I can't wait to get there. I already ordered the game. It's going to be here, so that's super sick. I know it's got different mechanics. So again, this is not quite the same as like I didn't have a Switch 1 or I just never played it, whatever. I played a lot of games. I beat some pretty big games, the Pokemon titles, all of them I played on the Switch. I played Super Mario Wonder, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. We played, me and my fiance and I, we played through a few other games as well. We played through It Takes Two on the Switch, which was super cool. Love that version of the game. Very fun. There's a bunch of other games. Mario Kart 8, Deluxe, the Mario Party Jamboree. It's just that some of my experiences were a little isolated. I didn't play through some of the big titles. Now on to the game that probably would have won Game of the Year if Breath of the Wild didn't exist, Super Mario Odyssey. I'm currently playing through this right now on stream. It's been a great time. I've been playing with the homies who watch, twitch.tv/OhChev. I stream pretty much every single day over there, guys, in the morning, Eastern time, like usually 8 to like late afternoon, middle afternoon. And it's been an absolute blast. I mean, literally people in my chat who didn't have a Switch 2 got one just from hearing me talk about it, how much I love it, and watching themselves and forming their own opinions. There were some who were on the fence. This was it for them. There were some who weren't even considering at all who bought a Switch 2 or were interested in the games, and others who said to me outright, like, I didn't think that I would enjoy watching this, but I am. I'm enjoying watching this, and I appreciate the honesty. I really do. You don't have to be like, always ride or die. Like sometimes something you're going to watch on stream, or you watch someone play who's one of your favorite creators, they might not be playing what you like, and that's okay. You don't have to watch them through everything. I get it. Sometimes it just doesn't resonate. That's all right. But Odyssey is just mwah. And knowing down here that Donkey Kong Bonanza is going to be my favorite Switch 2, or at least my Switch 2 title that I'm looking forward to the most, and now experiencing Odyssey enough, right, to know the similarities and see that Donkey Kong Bonanza, Donkey Kong Bonanza and Odyssey share so much. Like Donkey Kong is taking a lot of the great things that Odyssey has done. It looks like it's a similar engine, very similar things, and is just improving upon that with skill trees and destructible environments and upgrades and different forms. It's just, I cannot wait. Now, what does this mean? How can I explain this as a Switch 2 owner who also played the Switch but missed on big titles? Is there a place for this? Are you too late? That's the question I'm trying to answer. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And even if you couldn't get a Switch 2 at launch, you still can't get one at launch now, or weeks after launch. I would say it's still worth it to eventually get around to playing these games, especially if you want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza as soon as it comes out, but you haven't played Odyssey yet, right? Still, wait. Play it. It's worth it. I think right now, the reason why I'm pitching this so hard, and I'm not saying do anything, I'm just saying that this is why I'm so excited and happy about this. I am so far, I'm distancing myself from live service games. I'm exhausted by it. I want games that are just first and foremost fun. Yes, Nintendo at times, including recently, has had some anti-consumer moves made. I get it. But they also really, really care about their games being fun. Right? They don't really drop not fun games. Do they wrap fun games in undesirable deliverable? Do they deliver these games in undesirable ways, is what I'm trying to say. Yes, sometimes they do. Do they kind of scrap you for a few dollars here and there when they don't have to? Absolutely. But they're doing this with a fun product. And I'm not justifying it or excusing it, but at least the product's fun. Live service games can sometimes swindle you, scam you, and just absolutely disrespect your intelligence, and also give you a product that's hollow and empty. These games, Switch, which I got really heavy into towards the end of its life again, and Switch 2 right now, the launch, and experiencing this, because I didn't really experience a Switch launch, I'm experiencing the Switch 2's launch, is reminding me that video games are supposed to be fun. As someone who plays them for a living, you can kind of forget that, especially if the game you're playing is live service to the point of it being like another job, like homework, really. This is nice. Other games, Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. I love this game for many reasons that Vic and I, my fiance, are playing through it. You guys, see it right here. One of the reasons why I love it is because it's a cooperative experience of equal value. Kirby in the Forgotten Land was great too. It wasn't equal necessarily. I couldn't use any power-ups, but I was more than happy being my boy Bandana Waddle Dee. Well, she got to experience the power-ups, which was more important to me. We could be 4 characters if we wanted. There's 4 options, but we could be 2 of the 4, whichever we want to be. I'm Luigi because he's funny and goofy, and I like that. He's a little silly. Big silly guy. I engage in occasional tomfoolery myself, so he's got personality. Mario's a bit milquetoast for my personality, or for my taste, I should say. His personality is. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's just fun. It's easy, and we're playing a little backwards here because clearly Super Mario Bros. Wonder, I think it's the full title, built off of the back of 3D World and just did so many things unique, in a unique fashion, and they did it kind of better. And I think that inspiration is there. I think it just learned. It did things a lot more creative. I think the music's close. Music's close between the two, but we enjoyed that. My fiance and I, we played Super Mario Bros. Wonder, so naturally going backwards, we're going to enjoy this as well. So this is super sick. So again, another example of you might have missed it the first time around. You might have played something after the fact that built off the backs of these titles that you missed, but always go back. The Switch 2 editions are very, very nice. Yes, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, you have to pay for the Switch 2 editions, but I got NSO Online plus expansion pack because I am super interested in playing the GameCube titles. So it was worth it for me. It was worth it for your boy. But worth is up to you. It's relative, right? It's very, very relative. Big ones again, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now, I've gone back for a session here or there to test everything out because the performance of that game is ingrained in my skull. I will say that as somebody who defended these games pretty staunchly, that's a word, I think, saying these games are fun despite their flaws, I absolutely love this. Now, I will say, it runs like butter. It looks so much better. It's not nauseating to play. You get to play the game in the way that it was probably meant to play. It doesn't excuse the graphics, though. You could tell these assets just weren't polished. Like, even though they're clearer and things move better, it's choppy, it's blocky, it's unrefined, for sure. It's a rushed product. But the story, the core of the game is there. And I think that being able to experience this without wanting to vomit everywhere is very important. I actually didn't have too much trouble in the main game. It was bad at times, especially around water. But you know what really got me? The DLC. When I was playing the DLC, I went, oh. Kitakame, I was like, this is disgusting. It was like worse somehow. I don't know. But now it's honestly really nice. It's a nice experience. It's very solid to play through. And another switch to it, if you missed the Pokemon games, right? Now, the only thing I wish that we got was, even though it didn't need it, Legends Arceus is an absolutely phenomenal game. It's one of the best in the series. Might be my favorite. It's definitely top 3. Didn't get a Switch 2 edition. It didn't need it, but I think 60 FPS with that art style would have gone such a long way. And I'm surprised they didn't do that, because I felt like, on one hand, you could view it as they didn't do that because they want to direct everyone to the Switch 2 edition of Legends ZA. Its sequel that's coming out. Or the next versions of Legends. I would have posited that maybe if you gave it a Switch 2 enhanced version, people would have went back and re-experienced that, further igniting the interest, right, from old players and new to get this new title that's coming out. This is Legends ZA here. Bam. Green screen, baby. But I think Legends Arceus would have benefited big time. But still, you missed it on Switch 1, maybe. Maybe you did. It don't matter. Play it. Don't play BDSP. Don't play that. Don't play Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Those games are horrible. They're just not good. Play Legends Arceus and prepare yourself for the next game. That's what I would do. So, what is the whole point of this video? Just to kind of talk about things, talk about the perspective I have, because I get this question a lot. I have the Switch, never played it, or if I never got the Switch, is it worth getting the Switch 2? Did I miss the train? No, I don't think you did. Because, yes, I experienced the Switch. I play a lot of big titles. I missed some of the biggest. Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey are like the starter pack. I missed them. I missed those games. And playing them now, it's all the same. They're just really good games. I think it's worth it for those. Because the comparison is, well, why would you get a PS5 Pro, right? Like, at this point. No, actually, it's not quite the comparison. But it's sort of like, the Switch comes and goes, and a lot of people unfairly have this view of single-player games and story games as time and place. Miss that train, you miss the whole thing. You can't really get into it. It's too late. Not true at all. I've experienced this lately. I'm playing Breath of the Wild on my own time. I'm playing Odyssey on stream. And I played Mario 3D World with my fiance. I tested out Scarlet and Violet to see how that is. And I think that instead of thinking it like a train that's still going and isn't stopping at your stop, it is stopping at your stop, right? And you might not know entirely where this train stopped before or where it's coming from, but you know exactly where the hell it's going, and there's no prerequisite to get into it. Not at all. So, yeah, I'm here to answer a question, in my humble opinion. Is it worth getting a Switch 2 if you missed the Switch 1? I think absolutely. Not paid to say that. Do what you want with your money. And if you disagree with me, let me know. But I think that my experiences, at least on an anecdotal level, can offer some sort of reinforcements if you're on the fence in the positive way, if you want to make that purchase. Don't buy from scalpers, though. Just wait, if that's the case. Hope this video finds you guys in a good spot, and I hope you enjoy it, man. I like these videos will be pushed out in between the more longer form projects, because I just like to talk to you, and hopefully you guys like to hear me speak, because otherwise you're probably not here right now, actually, if you don't. I'll see you guys soon, all right? Peace.